Now's the time for vacation. Because with this fare, I'll save more now than in the summer.
Save 30% on round-trip coach with United's Freedom Fare.
30% off. That's a lot of hooks.
United Airlines.
Channel 2, New York.
Kenny, what about the young fellow you're fighting? He came in at 208. He's supposed to have two good hands. I'm told that he's a very quick puncher, if not a big puncher. What do you hear about Pedro?
Well, he's also a big puncher. He has fast hands. He's a good jab, good right hand. Most of his fights have been won by knockout and early knockouts. And as far as punching goes, he can punch real good. He's also a good boxer. But then again, he's got to be able to get off and use it. And I don't plan to give him that room. I don't plan to let him do anything that he wants to do. I'm in darn good condition right now. I've been boxing really hard. I was working 19, 20 rounds back in L.A. Since I've been here, I've been boxing 5, 6 rounds, plus the heavy bag and sweet bag. And mentally, I'm ready, and physically, I think I'm in very good condition.
Norton, 220. I believe that the reason that I'm today fighting Ken Norton is because I'm going to win. Otherwise, it's no sense for me to be here.
Lovell, 208.
I have to be positive. I'm always think positive because I'm a winner on life, and I believe that I got to be a winner on sport too.
My cause is Ali right now, and this man's in the way, so I got to destroy him. He's got to fall.
Good afternoon again from the Las Vegas Convention Center. I'm Pat Summerall for the CBS Sports Spectacular. This, of course, is my regular sidekick, Tom Brookshire. Tommy, I don't think I've ever seen two guys ready for a big event like this as relaxed as Norton and Lovell.
Well, they say that Pedro Lovell was singing some opera music just a few moments ago as he came out warming up. Both are relaxed. We should mention this, though, that Lovell has 14 first-round knockouts, 14 of them, and actually in a 13-month period, he got 5 knockouts, 4 broken jaws by his opponents, but he's not in a claiming race today. He's in with a 220-pounder, and Kenny's tough.
And he's a thoroughbred, too. What do you think of Norton's strengths? I know watching him weigh in yesterday, it looks like he's in the best shape he's been in a long time.
And I think he's a lot bigger and stronger. The first time he fought Ali, he was like a 208 or 9-pounder. He is a bona fide 220. He's been working out since November, waiting for a fight, and Pedro Lovell happened to be the guy that has to find out.
Perhaps you don't know too much about Pedro Lovell. He studied to be an orthopedic surgeon in Argentina. He moved into California. He's an opera singer, as you mentioned a minute ago. He has played Tarzan in movies in Argentina.
That might help him today.
You have to ask him why he chose boxing.
Of course, the other fellow, Mandingo, Kenny Norton, is standing by to do another picture called Drum later on. Right now, I think they've got a problem for at least 12 rounds, huh?
I think you're certainly right. We look forward to a fine fight this afternoon. Ken Norton, Muhammad Ali's prime challenger right now against Pedro Lovell of Argentina. Should be a good one.
Roundup. It's a nice word for long days sitting in a hard saddle and long nights sleeping on the hard ground. But now comes Miller time, and those are beautiful words for the time when you head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, you've got the time. We've got the beer, Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through. But when it's time to relax, Miller stands clear. Beer after beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller beer.
Know what kind of parts I put in my Chevy? Motorcraft from Ford. I put Ford parts in my Chevy because they're tough. Remember those taxi test commercials? They put Motorcraft batteries, shocks, oil filters, tune-up parts in 150 taxis. After 3 million miles, less than 1% of the parts couldn't take it. Tough enough for taxis? Tough enough for me.
Ask for Motorcraft where you buy parts or service your car. They're tested tough.
Jackie Gleason pays tribute to the best entertainers in the business. Lucille Ball, John Denver, Paul Lynde, Dolly Parton, Tony Orlando, Telly Savalas, Ben Vereen, and more at the 6th Annual Entertainer of the Year Awards.
The judges for the main event this afternoon are Art Lee,
Ring announcer Chuck Hull at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Listen.
John Worth, counting at the knockdowns, Lou Tabbitt. The attending physician at ringside, Dr. Donald Romeo. The referee for the main event, Ferd Hernandez.
Pat, we ought to mention, too,
12 rounds of boxing.
Knockdown rule has been waived, so
introducing
from
Los Angeles.
Continue to fight.
Pedro Lovell on the right, Ken Norton on the left. Norton weighs 220, Lovell 208.
Kenny Norton, by the way, on the left of your screen was a heck of an all-around athlete, Patrick. A 9'9" sprinter, a great hurdler. They're talking about him right now. A very fine football player that decided to go solo and be a fighter. Huh?
With that kind of size and the kind of speed he has, he probably would have been a fine football player. He wasn't sure he was going to make it to the top in football. He chose boxing, and he's close.
And, you know, Pedro was the all-time great soccer player in Argentina, almost a Pele of that country.
Very versatile fellow. Listen again.
Step back. In case of a knockdown, you go to a neutral corner and stay there until I see you to come out and resume fighting. If you lose your mouthpiece, you must keep boxing. Shake hands up good.
I think the assumption, Pat, might be that Lovell has to come out early and at least hurt Kenny Norton enough to keep him off, because Norton's bigger and he's going to lay all over him.
His track record, that of Lovell, has been strength early. He's knocked out 9 of his opponents in the first round. He's won 5 in a row. Perhaps you don't know too much about him, but he is highly respected around California and, of course, in Argentina.
Kenny Norton happens to have the distinction of going 500 against Muhammad Ali, the champion of the world. We know Muhammad's watching right now somewhere back in Pennsylvania. This young man won 1 and lost 1. Here we go.
All right. Norton on the right, Lovell circling on the left.
My God.
Norton being very careful early because of that reputation of Lovell.
He's got a sneaky right hand. That's what we're going to look for early. That comes right over the top.
And big wide shoulders.
I tell you, Norton's a lot bigger than he used to be, though. He is really a bona fide 220. "27 knockouts by Kenny Norton on your right." Well, if you look at the two together, it doesn't look like they're near the same weight, and of course they really aren't, but physically they're worlds apart, aren't they?
Norton's about 12 pounds heavier.
Pretty good left hand that's shot out there by Pedro.
Quick hands.
And that awkward style of Kenny Norton's is what gave Muhammad Ali so much trouble. He's sort of up and down, herky-jerky, hobby horse right into you all the time. It's not easy. Pretty good right-hand lead by Pedro Lovell. Got over the top. Jab by Norton. Ooh, good right hand by Norton. Can Pedro Lovell take it, Pat? That's what we're going to find out today, because Norton will stay there long enough to really deliver a lot.
His record is 18-1-1.
Pretty good combinations by Pedro. Now he's backed out of there. That was a good body hook by Kenny Norton.
Less than a minute now in round number 1.
Kenny has that defensive sort of right hand thrown under his chin. You can't hit him with the right hand. It looks like over the top. Ooh, 2 good jabs.
Norton is quick. 30 seconds. Round 1.
Supposed to go 12. I doubt that.
Norton, a 4-1 favorite. He got tagged.
Good right hand by Pedro. Pretty good jab. He does have quick hands.
The
1976 EPA ratings are in, and Ford has the best gas mileage of any V8 pickup. Ford F-100 with optional V8 and manual transmission was rated at 24 miles per gallon highway, 16 city. Your actual mileage may vary. That's a 33% better highway gas mileage rating than Ford's nearest competitor. This means, based on EPA highway estimates, Ford can go as far on $3 as its competitor can go on $4. Think what that could mean every month, every year you drive your Ford V8 pickup.
Ken Norton on the left, Pedro Lovell of Argentina on the right.
Another impressive round for Pedro Lovell. He does have quick hands. He is taller, and if this guy isn't familiar, you've never watched CBS, and he loves boxing. That's Mr. Kelly Savalas Kojak, huh? He loves to come to the fights. Just watch that Lovell's hands, Patrick. He does look pretty swift.
Well, as you mentioned before, he is a fine all-around athlete. His father, in fact, was the Olympic champion here in the United States, representing Argentina back in 1932. So he's got a great boxing background.
You son of a gun. Where'd you come up with that one?
He told me yesterday.
Ooh, 2 good jabs and followed by that right by Norton.
There is, of course, a possibility that Lovell might have been distracted before the fight. There was a dispute between his manager and the promoter of this fight, so he had a lot of other things on his mind. And whether it bothered him or not, we'll just have to wait and see.
That's one of the ways to break concentration. Good uppercut by Norton. Lovell moves around pretty well. He's got to do this a long time, though, and Kenny keeps, notice how he just inches forward. And he is a brute upstairs. He is strong.
Norton's been pressing right from the start. Lovell not circling as much as he did in round 1.
Both fighters very positive. Kenny Norton extremely positive, not only about this fight, but about Muhammad Ali, if he can get with him.
Norton's 30, Lovell is 29.
Ooh, good hook coming out of that crouch by Lovell. That was blocked.
Halfway through round 2.
Norton doesn't seem to be jabbing as much as he normally does. He usually has a pretty stiff jab. There he's trying it a little bit. Pedro can't stay too close to him. Now, most people think he's got to move, and as we said, use the quick slipping right hand. And there, good left hand again by Pedro.
Minute left. Round 2. Lovell with his back to the ropes now. Got to get out of there.
Oh, yes. Neutral corner on the far side of the ring. Ooh, combination. Misses with the uppercut. That could have ended it right there if Kenny Norton had landed that one.
Norton got tagged. 30 seconds left, round 2.
They have no common foes, and they both are on the West Coast, which really surprised me. Good right hand by Pedro Lovell. Boy, he's standing still a lot, though, Pat, right now. Norton has not opened up much on offense.
Why are men switching to America's fastest growing hairspray, Vitalis Super Hold?
The pump? It can hold longer than a leading aerosol.
The pump's not an aerosol, so you don't spray any aerosol propellants.
The pump costs less to use, saves money.
The pump, Vitalis Super Hold. It's not an aerosol, can hold longer, and costs less to use.
And that's why I switched to the pump.
The pump. Vitalis Super Hold.
Rural America, isolated, beyond the reach of city comforts. To make life easier, it took a new way to deliver LP gas, using special trucks to go where city gas lines didn't. Who originated this gas delivery system that helped turn the harsh life into the good life? The same company that makes fine products for your car. The Phillips Petroleum Company. Surprised?
Okay, Pat. Round number 3, Patrick.
Ken Norton in the blue trunks on the right. Pedro Lovell of Argentina on the left. And now facing you.
Norton is picking up the tempo right now. He's beginning to press closely now. He's got to get Lovell to move a little bit. Lovell wants to seem to stay in the middle of the ring, and that's going to be dangerous against Kenny Norton. One thing about Norton, he does not overextend himself early and get himself hurt. He will find out what his man can really do in there that day and then quietly destroy him.
All business right now.
Jab for jab.
Tom, we'd hope to have Muhammad Ali joining us with commentary on this fight. But problems arose there, too.
Ali doesn't like Kenny Norton any way that you possibly can bring the two together.
Norton feels the same way.
Lovell has been walking through casinos and watching people gamble, and here he is. The biggest gamble of his life, I'll tell you that. 29 years of it.
Odds against him established at 4-1.
He's steady still a lot. Norton would like to get him back up against the ropes or perhaps in that corner. 1 minute and 30 left here in round 3. Pat, you ever do any fighting yourself?
A little bit, Golden Glove style.
You must have been a winner. You don't look too bad.
It's a long time ago. A long time to get well.
I tell you, Pedro Lovell's a pretty cool guy, though. He's not a bad counterpuncher.
He's fighting with a hairpiece on. You got to be pretty cool to do that.
You mean that's not the real Pedro Lovell we see in there?
Not all of it. A minute left, round 3.
Kenny Norton just acknowledged Slayton, his trainer in the corner, about some kind of a move here in the last few seconds of round 3. Good right hand by Norton.
Sneaky.
Good left hand by Norton, too. Good hook. Hook and a jab coming out of it by Pedro Lovell.
Good right hand.
Right hand over that stiff jab. Now he moves inside on Norton.
Less than 30 seconds left in the round.
Slipped it a little bit and threw a hook.
Norton warned there by the referee, Ferd Hernandez, for hitting with the back of the glove. Less than 10 seconds in the round now.
A good hook coming off the right hand at the end of round 3.
We'll be back here at the Las Vegas Convention Center after this word from your local station.
Don't miss Mark Twain's classic adventure, Tom Sawyer, a television premiere tomorrow at 7, 6 Central on CBS.
Okay, I know what a lot of you think. If you've ridden one bus, you've ridden them all. Well, Trailways thinks you're wrong. And to prove it, you can test it. Trailways will give you half off any round trip you begin on Tuesdays. Test the seats and the ride against what you get from Greyhound. Now, I'm not saying that Greyhound is just another bus, but until you test ride at Trailways, you'll never know what the best bus is.
Channel 2, New York.
There's Bill Slayton talking to Kenny Norton, his trainer, and Kenny was very serious, and so was Slayton. At the end of 3 rounds, we figure it's darn near dead even. At least that's what the experts said.
Here comes Pedro Lovell for round 4.
Pedro's got to look out for the right hand now. He is moving right toward Norton's right hand side. Cat and mouse time right now. He throws a quick hook out of that Lovell.
Norton talking to him a little bit now.
I guess it's best not to answer when you're in that situation.
He's turned sideways like he's doing.
Whatever you say will be held against you, right?
And soon. Ooh, missed. 2 minutes left. Round 4.
Lovell's first sparring sessions were with Oscar Bonavina, a big heavyweight, so he's been in with people that do lay on you and try to tire you. Right above us now.
Norton coming after him a little bit now.
Going after perhaps a little bit of a soft underbelly. Ooh, left and right by Norton.
Left to the head now. Minute and a half left.
Ooh, the right hand by Norton. Two right hands and the left in between. Lovell's hands have really slowed down suddenly. Ooh, the hook almost knocks him down right above us. Norton wants to do it right now. Lovell has no starts left in some of those punches now. Look at Norton working the combinations.
A minute left in the round.
Uh-oh, left and right. Another left and right. Kenny Norton is really going to work.
And Lovell is really hurt.
Well, that Norton is really hit me with the hooks and a right that hits on top of the head, and Pedro's in trouble and staggering back across in front of us.
30 seconds left in the round now. Lovell's left eye is cut. Back in the corner again.
Two good hooks by Lovell as he tries to get out of here, but he's got to move the feet.
Left eye is badly swollen now.
Another hook by Norton. Didn't have too much on that one.
Less than 10 seconds now left in the round. Norton misses with a right.
He doesn't miss with that hook or that one.
Announcing two good reasons to buy a Monza Town Coupe. First, they're on sale now. Chevrolet is making it possible for you to enjoy special savings on Town Coupes in stock as of December 1st, 1975, and delivered on or before January 31st, 1976. Second, good gas mileage. Monza Town Coupe is DPA rated at 35 miles per gallon highway, 22 city. Monza Town Coupe. Two good reasons to buy one right now. Take it from me.
Super Night at the Super Bowl. Join the big names in Miami for a brash, bright entertainment celebration filled with stars, songs, and fast, furious fun. Super Night at the Super Bowl.
We'll be heading for Miami next week for Super Night at the Super Bowl and the game between Pittsburgh and Dallas, all on CBS.
I almost forgot about that football game. I'm excited about this fight right now, and Kenny Norton's in control. Here we go.
Round 5. Round 4 was a great round for Norton.
About the best defense against Kenny Norton, I think, is to be very offensive and try to throw as much as you can.
What Lovell's doing right now, pressing it a little bit more than he has been.
He lands a pretty good right hand, the Pedro Lovell. Ooh. Notice that Norton doesn't always close the glove, Pat. Sometimes he hits you with an open glove, and that's not like somebody really digging you, like the great Ali right hand or Joe Frazier's left hand. By the way, that's the only person Kenny Norton claims he will never fight is Joe Frazier.
Why?
Two good of friends. Started him out and says he and Joe will always be friends and never in the ring together or against one another.
2 minutes left now in round 5.
Look at the arms on Kenny Norton. Look at the arms on Kenny Norton in the chest. Mandingo he is.
He looks like a weightlifter, but he's never touched one, he said.
Uppercuts from down underneath. He staggers him down the right. Oh, the knee's buckled. Pedro Lovell's in a lot of trouble in his own corner, trying to come back out now. The mouthpiece is out, and that's the only one the fighter can use.
Bird Hernandez put him back in his corner. That's it.
And the 3 knockdown rule was even way for this fight, and we never even really got a knockdown.
Lovell can still hardly stand in the ring. The winner is Ken Norton. And Tommy Brookshire headed up into the ring right now to be talking with Ken Norton. As Kenny went true to form. Got things just about his way after Lovell looked particularly strong in the first 2 rounds. Then Norton took command. And that's his right hand, and now his left hand extended. Tom Brookshire will be chatting with him just as soon as we get set. Don King right behind Norton right now. The promoter par excellence. Norton had just about the kind of time we thought he would. Let's see if Tom Brookshire's set now. You ready, Tom?
Yeah, I'm up here, Pat, in the ring. A big surprise. The Lovell people are saying, of course, it shouldn't have been stopped quite that soon. Kenny Norton was in control of the fight. There were no knockdowns, and the 3 knockdown rule was waived. We'll try to get Kenny over here right now. Kenny?
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee stops the bout.
Kenny?
At 1 minute 40 seconds of the 5th round.
Here we are.
Winner by TKO, Ken.
How are you?
Pretty good, Tom.
Congratulations. Just another KO, number 28 for you. Muhammad Ali is watching this right now. He's back up at the training base in Pennsylvania.
Training base with a song called Hold On, I'm Coming.
Okay. Do you want to
Hold
tell
on,
him
I'm
anything?
coming.
I mean, personally to him right now, if you want to say
That's
something.
it. Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'll be there.
How soon do you think Don King and company are going to get this together, maybe?
There's an old thing in... Oh, can't even talk now.
That's all right.
There's an old saying in the Marine Corps called ASAP, as soon as possible.
Okay, the old Marine Corps philosophy. Let's take a look now. Here's the slow motion. And if you might tell me, did Pedro show you fast hands in the first couple rounds? I thought he did better when he was really attacking you.
He did a lot better when he was being aggressive. But then again, I wasn't really pressing him. I wanted to work. I wanted at least 4 or 5 rounds. And so I didn't unload with anything early.
Kenny slipped the right hand over on you a little bit. Are you susceptible to a right hand? And I'm not trying to knock it.
Yeah, I think anything you get caught with, you're susceptible to. And the thing is catching me with it.
You hooked pretty well today, though. I thought the hook coming off, you were doing a pretty good job of that with the left hand.
It was fairly well. I'm a little heavy, 220, and a little sluggish, but I feel that by the time Ali and I get together, I'll be down to about 210, and I'll be ready.
But you're a stronger, bigger fighter than you look to me like that you were maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago. Are you a stronger guy? Do you feel stronger when you get in the ring?
I feel a lot stronger, yes.
Mr. Byron, can we talk to you for just a moment?
Yes, indeed,
This is your protege, your man. Well, what do you think about him? Are you happy with the way he did?
I'm happy. He needed this. He needed the workout today. It was a good fight. He needs it for Ali. Ali's next, and Ken's ready.
All right, how long will he get off now before you put him back to work and make him go out and do the running in the big brogans in the morning and everything?
After the super sports in Florida, he's a week in Florida in super sports, and right back into training.
Okay, right back into training. Kenny, good luck to you. You're a gentleman. You're certainly a credit to your former Marine Corps buddies, too. I think they must be pretty proud of you.
Hopefully so, and thank you very much for your...
Okay, good luck in the Superstars, all right?
Good enough. You got to watch it.
I'll be there.
It's the first time a boxer ever won anything.
All right, Kenny Norton. Patrick, back down to you.
I'm much more here.
All right, Tommy, thank you very much. Ken Norton then with a 5th round knockout of Pedro Lovell. So Kenny, in his quest to meet Muhammad Ali again, very successful today against the Argentinian champion. The winner is Ken Norton.
We're going to prove that Edge lets you shave closer than the leading
5-2-1 top. Now, in the white, Philadelphia number 7, Bill Barber. Contact against the Russians. In the dark, number 5 is Valerie Vasilek. Barber again. More contact. No penalty called. That against Valerie Karlamov. Now, this will be number 2, Ed Van Imp. Against Karlamov again, no penalty called by National Hockey League referee Lloyd Gilmore. Karlamov, as you see, is down. He, you might recall, had his ankle broken by Bobby Clark 3 years ago in the Team Canada Russian series. Karlamov did come back in the game. Now, you'll see it again. Ed Van Imp, number 2 of Philadelphia, and number 17, Karlamov of Russia. Down they go, no penalty call.